What is up, guys? Quincy Carrier here, and you know it is that time of the year finally. The time of the year where all of the preseason stuff, all of the preseason drama is behind us. It's in the rearview mirror. We just have one more exhibition game that nobody cares about, and then we're full steam ahead for the start of the season. It's so close, I can taste it. Since I am somebody who has no biases, somebody who is impeccable on this website, honestly, I would dare any other NFL YouTuber to even try to call me out because it's impossible. I have no biases. I have nothing.
Hold up. Quincy is a Browns fan. Let's let that sink in for a second. He's a Browns fan. So, anyway, some stuff that's going to go down this season. And you heard it from me first, so you might want to take some notes. First off, Baker Mayfield. Since we're speaking about Quincy and he's a Browns fan, something that he needs to know is that Baker Mayfield is actually going to throw more interceptions than Lamar Jackson. Hey, I let you know first. Baker Mayfield is going to throw more interceptions than Lamar Jackson. And Hollywood Brown, Ravens first round draft pick wide receiver. He's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I'm sure he is. He is going to have the highest average of yards per catch in the NFL. So yes, keep an eye on that one because it's happening. Antonio Brown is going to be third in the league in receiving yards. Third. And I'm sure Browns fans will know because usually 2 times a year he gets most of his receiving yards against you guys. How does that feel? Good? Yeah, I bet it does. And first in receiving yards will be none other than the only 99 rated wide receiver in Madden, DeAndre Hopkins. So, no real surprise there, but yeah. Another bold prediction I have this year is that the Browns will win the AFC North. Been saying that all off season. I know Browns, they've been on a come up for a while now, and they needed to make a few tweaks and a few changes here and there as far as what they could do to take it to that next level. Now, this one may shock a lot of people, so you might want to check your pulses after I say this next one. Tom Brady. You know who Tom Brady is. I'm sure a lot of y'all are familiar with him, but Tom Brady will have more touchdown passes than Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady will have more touchdown passes than Patrick Mahomes. But on the flip side, Patrick Mahomes' team, they'll make it further than Tom Brady's team. So those Chiefs, they'll do more damage this season in the long run than the Patriots will. Yes, it's true. It's true. And I know a lot of y'all are looking crazy right now, wondering like, whoa, wait a minute, what's this guy talking about? How can he say that? Just trust me on this one. Trust me. I wouldn't steer you wrong. And the leader in rushing yards, well, that's a tough one right there. But I am going to go with an angry, a mean, a ferocious guy who, hopefully by then he'll get paid, but a guy who is really trying to make sure that his team does take care of him. And again, hopefully by then they will, but if not, then he'll give them every reason to. Ezekiel Elliott. And that's not even that bold of a prediction, straight up. It's really not. But just to end it off on a proper note, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson will have at least, and I know for some of y'all may be like, well, that's not a bold prediction, that's just normal. Lamar Jackson will have at least 800 rushing yards this season. He's going to be pretty good. Now, as far as comeback player of the year, a big candidate for that is going to be Earl Thomas. He is going to be in the runnings for comeback player of the year. Well, can they give that to a defensive player? I gotta double check. I gotta do some homework on that one. But if they can, then he will. He will definitely be in the runnings for it. And just to top it off, the biggest thing for last year, Super Bowl picks for me right now are the two teams that pretty much got cheated out of the conference championship games last year. I think they go on a tear. I think they go off and they show everybody again this year why they should have been in the Super Bowl last year. Saints and Chiefs, and we out.
Y'all smell that? Y'all smell that? That is the smell of Engraven trying to burn down my comment section with his hot takes. Like, are you serious? Baker Mayfield is going to throw more interceptions than Lamar Jackson? You know, the only reason that would happen, the only reason Baker Mayfield will throw more interceptions than Lamar Jackson is because he'll throw more interceptions than Lamar Jackson has pass attempts. Ooh. Yeah, I said it. Get mad. That comment section even more on fire now. But you know what? He did call me out on my bias. I am a Browns fan. It's hard for me to give full NFL predictions out because I am just a Browns fan. So you know what? I'm going to invite even more people onto this channel to give their predictions. And how about somebody who is completely different than me? And you know why that is? Because they cheer for a team in the NFC.
Hey guys, this is Lauren from She Got Sports, and these are my 2019 NFL season predictions. So first off, I think Antonio Brown's going to wear a new helmet and he's going to play this year. You know, let's start off with the real hard-hitting prediction there. So yeah, I'm sure that's what you guys were looking for in this video. But for real now, Saquon Barkley, I think he's going to have more than 20 all-purpose touchdowns this year. Odell Beckham Jr. obviously is no longer a New York Giant. Golden Tate is suspended for the first 4 games of the season, so Saquon Barkley is going to be getting the ball a lot. In the Giants' offensive line, it's the best it's been in a few years. So Saquon Barkley plus a decent offensive line, that's scary. After we go through the whole Fitzmagic cycle again, this year in Miami, I think Josh Rosen is going to start and impress a lot of people. I even think he's going to play better than Kyler Murray, and listen, that's not a shot at Kyler or anything. I think Kyler is going to be a good quarterback, but it makes sense for a second-year quarterback to play better than a rookie one. My 2 sleeper teams for this year are the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. So starting out with the Panthers here, as Luke Kuechly said on All or Nothing, shout out to All or Nothing, Amazon's show, great show, watch it if you haven't. The Panthers were in every game last year till the end except for the Pittsburgh game. Cam Newton, he also had a hurt shoulder. His shoulder was hurt for the majority of the season, so he couldn't do a lot of the things on the field he could normally do. He got a shoulder fix, he had surgery on it. Yeah, he just sprained his ankle, but the Panthers are hopeful he'll be able to play for week 1. So keep an eye on the Panthers. And as for the Jaguars, they got their quarterback. They got Nick Foles, a guy who has a ton of experience with adversity, experience with winning the Super Bowl, experience on really both ends of the spectrum. So having him with Leonard Fournette, D.D. Westbrook on offense, that's going to be a pretty good offense in my book. And then defensively, yeah, Jacksonville had a down year last year, but that defense is still good, and I think they can return to their form that they were in the 2017 season. And listen, they just added Josh Allen in the draft. They got him as a steal at the number 7 overall pick. So look out for that Jacksonville defense and offense. All right, so this is my final prediction, and I think it's kind of a hot take. You know, save the hot takes for the grand finale. I think the Browns are going to have a disappointing season. You know, they're just a little too hyped up right now in my book, and it kind of reminds me of something I experienced as a fan, as a Giants fan, during the 2017 season. And I'm not saying the Browns are going to go through a season as dramatic as that or as much of a letdown as that, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Giants, the 2017 season, they looked great on paper before the season. They're pretty hyped up. I believe Bleacher Report had them ranked number 2 behind the Patriots in the preseason power ranking, or the power ranking that came out right before week 1 or sometime in August. And then things didn't start off well that season. Injuries happened, and they finished with the 2nd worst record in the league behind none other than the Cleveland Browns. So no, I'm not saying the Browns are going to have the 2nd worst record in the NFL. That would be crazy to say. What I'm saying is people are hyping them up too much over what they see on paper, when football is the ultimate team sport and chemistry matters so much. Also, there's a lot of personalities on that team. So when stuff starts to hit the fan, if things do start to, hit the fan, what happens after that is going to be interesting, and I don't know if it's going to be so smooth.
Engraven and She's Got Sports, they were great, but I need some hometown cooking. I need some Browns takes, and there's one person I can always go to for some steaming hot takes. Mike, let me hear what you got.
Hey, Quincy, thanks for the invite. I got some bold predictions for the 2019 NFL season coming right at you. All right, Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2019 will be Mack Wilson. This dude's a stud. He's been showing it all preseason, in practice and in games. He's got speed, strength. The dude's on fire. He's got a lot to prove. Mack Wilson will be your Defensive Rookie of the Year. Next, the Chiefs will not win the AFC West. They will still make the playoffs, but they will not be the division winners in the AFC West. More on that in a second. The Steelers will have a losing record for the first time since 2003. They're going to be back in the losing column where they belong. Sorry, Steelers fans. You are going to have a rough road ahead. Next, surprise teams may surprise a couple of people. The Raiders and the Buffalo Bills are going to have surprising teams this year. They're going to do very well. I personally believe AFC West division will go to the Raiders this year. Getting ready to go to Vegas, getting all amped up, Hard Knocks, Antonio Brown. We got some good stuff going on in Oakland, and they're going to win the division. Next, Baker Mayfield will throw 50 touchdowns. He's going to have a Marino Mahomes type statistical season this year. He's going to be dumping off passes to Chubb, slinging them across the middle to Njoku, throwing bombs to Jarvis and Odell and Rashad. He's going to be a beast statistically this year. And oh, by the way, then he gets Kareem Hunt back a little bit later. He's going to throw some passes to him as well. 50 touchdowns, Baker Mayfield. Coach of the Year. And this is going to really upset the national media people that are hating on Cleveland, the Colin Cowards and the D-list celebrities with cold sores all over their face. Fred Kitchens will be the Coach of the Year. He's going to deserve a lot of accolades, first-year head coach. He's going to bring us into the playoffs. Freddie Kitchens is going to be Coach of the Year. Miami Dolphins will not win a single game in 2019. Mark my words on this. They have no talent on the offense or defense, and nobody's afraid of their coaching either. Miami Dolphins are burning this thing to the ground, a la 0-16 Browns, to try to rebuild it. They're using that playbook. I wish them well. It's going to be a rough season in Miami. And the final prediction for 2019, the Browns will have home field advantage in the playoffs. We're talking guaranteed football in Cleveland in January. This is going to scare a lot of people, and it very well should. So, Quincy, again, thank you very much. I'm Mike. I run the Brownie Postgame YouTube channel. Please check me out. Check out Homage. Check out House of Hoodies. It's Florida. It's the summer. I'm still rocking the hood. And as always, go Browns.
Now, while all of those predictions are definitely interesting, some of those probably are going to come true. Some of those aren't. Hopefully, Engraven's one about Baker Mayfield's interceptions. What was that? But I have predictions of my own that I am going to explain. My first bold prediction is going to be the thumbnail and the clickbait for this video, and that is Baker Mayfield will win the MVP. Yes. Put it down in stone. Baker Mayfield will win this year's MVP because he will have the best offense in the NFL on one of the best teams in the NFL. Yes, his supporting cast is insane. You have not seen any of it in the preseason, but in the regular season, you'll have Jarvis Landry, one of the best number 2s in the NFL. Odell Beckham, who will put himself on the throne of best wide receiver in the NFL that he was just a few years ago. David Njoku will emerge as one of the NFL's best tight ends, and Rashard Higgins is going to be one of the most reliable third options in the NFL. Nick Chubb is already one of the league's best young running backs. He will transition to one of the league's best running backs, period, and he will make the Pro Bowl. Baker Mayfield will have an insane supporting cast, and he will put up insane numbers on offense because his defense will be churning out 3-and-outs like crazy, giving the ball to Baker Mayfield, putting the ball in his hands so he can put crazy numbers up this year. I'm talking video game numbers for Baker Mayfield this year. Continue what he did with Freddie, and he is going to be really dangerous this season. Now, my next bold prediction is that the Jets are going to contend for the wild card. Yes, I think Sam Darnold is going to improve in his second year. I think Le'Veon Bell makes a difference in this offense, and I think that Jamal Adams and CJ Mosley will be a very good defense this year for the Jets, and they will be pushed into contention. And with Andrew Luck retiring, leaving an extra spot open in the AFC playoff race, it is wide open for a team like the Jets to jump in and become a playoff contender. And speaking of Sam Darnold, let's talk about his father, Colin Cowherd. I will predict that Colin Cowherd will flip-flop on his Baker Mayfield take at least 25 times this season, which will lead to me making a 30-minute video on why everybody dislikes Colin Cowherd. So definitely going to happen there. My next prediction is that the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington Redskins will compete for the first pick of the draft. The Tua Tagovailoa Bowl is going to be between those two awful teams. I saw them in the preseason. They look terrible. They're not going to win a lot of games. They're definitely going to be the worst two teams in the NFL. Book it in stone. Take the under win-loss record in Vegas. The next bold prediction is that we are going to talk about Antonio Brown's helmet issue that he had in training camp for the entire freaking year, because the Raiders will be what the Raiders are. Dysfunctional. There's going to be all kind of dysfunction. Antonio Brown is going to be in some games, out some games. It's going to become a thing, and then we're all going to go back to, we should have saw this coming when he didn't want to wear his helmet. So if you're sick of that storyline, too bad, because it's sticking for the whole season. The next thing, and even though Engraven wasn't necessarily too nice to the Browns quarterback, I'll be nice to the Baltimore Ravens quarterback because I am unbiased like that. But I am going to say right now, definitively, Lamar Jackson is going to make the Pro Bowl this year. I think there is a spot that opens up now with Andrew Luck obviously retiring. And I think that Lamar Jackson will have a great year and will have the best highlight tape of any quarterback this year because of his explosiveness and his ability to just put people on skates. So there'll be a lot of hype around Lamar Jackson. He will get into the Pro Bowl, and congratulations to that in advance. And the next thing, the Patriots are going to look really human for the first 8 weeks. They're going to probably be at or below 500. People are going to be wondering what's going on with the Patriots. And then they're going to beat the Browns by 25 after the Browns come out of bye week. And then people are going to panic and call the Browns trash because, honestly, that just sounds like something that's coming. But it won't affect the Browns. They will still make the playoffs, and they will play a home playoff game and make it to the second round at the very least. I don't want to jinx them, so I'm not going to go further than that because I am biased. I am a fan. But those are the predictions for the 2019 NFL season. What are your predictions? Put them in the comment section down below. Thank you to all of the other YouTubers who did collaborate with me on this. I will put their links down in the description below. Please check their channels out. They do awesome things all the time. They talk sports. They're very good at it. So check it out, guys. And if you're new here and you like what you saw here, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ding that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload, and I'm going to upload a ton during the season. Now, if you would like to throw some money at this show, I would appreciate it if you join the Patreon, $1 a month, get your name on the bottom of the screen, or if you could support us by buying some merch. I have a nice t-shirt on sale here. Look at the bottom of your video. There's a nice little carousel there where you can buy the shirt, look at the merch. If you like something, buy it, order it. And it helps the show a lot when you do that. So I appreciate that in advance if you're so kind to do that. But that is it for this week's show. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Have a good night.